Hey, it's your boy Shaun, and this is Go. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Mercedes Amg One. Yes, no longer a project car. They have changed the name of the car to simply the One. And not the one, just one, but you get what I'm saying. Now, I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, and I'm actually glad I held off to get more information because now I don't have to update it. So that's good for me and good for you guys. So here's the gist. You know what I do in these videos. I give a few of the overviews. So this car is gonna have over 1200 horsepower. It's gonna have a internal combustion V6 with 4 electric motors. That's right, 4. One kinetic motor, one motor to help with the turbocharger, and finally 2 motors in the front axles for that all-wheel drive that, you know, the car probably needs for that F1 handling they're trying to go after. And they surprised me with a lot of things when they recently revealed this car would have a V6. I thought that the Ford GT would be the only V6 supercar. It's not a hypercar, but you get what I'm saying. And this car only has a top speed of 217 miles per hour. But before I go off on a tangent, let's talk about Mercedes AMG has missed their golden opportunity with this car. And I'll have to say no, the car is sold out. As we all know, it sold out before we even knew anything about it. It sold out while it was still a concept car, so they ain't missing any golden opportunities. But what I really want to talk about is what is this car's competition. I thought this car was going to compete with the Valkyrie for fastest car in the world, but with a top speed of 217 miles per hour, I don't think that's the case. It's a V6 hypercar slash supercar, and it kind of puts it in the same territory as the Ford GT, except the Ford GT isn't a hypercar. I assume this car is going to be way quicker, which is going to put this car at a whole nother level. People are already complaining that the Ford GT isn't fast enough, even though it has a top speed of 216 miles per hour. It just takes it a while to get there. What I think this car is competing against is the holy trinity of hybrid hypercars. That's right, the LaFerrari, the Porsche 918, and the McLaren P1. And if that's the case, this car has totally missed that boat, because those cars came out and were finished and done a long time ago, and those companies have moved on unless we're about to have another age of the hybrid supercar. We know that McLaren went away from that with the Senna, and I don't know what the speed tells specs are from the top of my head, but I don't remember there being a electric motor hybrid system with that car. But what I do know is Ferrari hasn't had any new supercar, or should I say hypercar, in the works, and neither has Porsche for that matter. I don't know what they have planned. Maybe Mercedes and Porsche and Ferrari have a gentleman's agreement, kind of like what I suspect they had with the last generation a hybrid hypercar. But that's just speculation on my part, because this car will technically have no competition in its category, because it's not trying to be the fastest. It's not trying to, you know, compete with the Valkyrie or the Speedtail or even the Senna for that matter. It's doing its own thing. At least that's what we think for now. So to recap, the artist formerly known as the Project One didn't miss his golden opportunity because it's sold out. You know, there's no more. You can't miss an opportunity if all your cars is bought. Okay, it's impossible for them to do that, and they have no competition at the moment unless they're trying to compete with that old holy trinity of hybrid hypercars. I don't think that's what they're trying to do, because that would be insane. But the car did cost $2.7 million when they announced it, so there's also that. But also a few things. This car's engine will have to be replaced after 30-something thousand miles. Now, nobody's gonna put that amount of miles on this car. They'll probably never even drive it, so that's really not an issue. But it's something for us car enthusiasts to think about. So with that said, I want to bring this episode to a close. I really appreciate the people that come and watch these videos, because I want to be able to actually see these cars, and the only way I can do that is by getting this channel as big as possible, so the car industry can take notice and invite me to events without me having to ask them to do me a favor, which they won't do. But you get where I'm getting at. I appreciate you guys for the support, for the views, for the subs, and for the future of this channel, which is in everybody's hand, including mine. So I'll try to do my best. And with that said, I'd like to bring this video to a close. So if you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. If you want to see what I got planned next, come see what I got planned next. I got a lot of store for this channel, and I want you guys to be there with me. With that said, I'll catch you later.